guys, today's lesson is on section 7.6 called Common Logarithms. Logarithms that have a base of 10 are called common logarithms, and this is the log button on your calculator. When we have a log expression with a base 10, there's no need to actually write it. So if it's without a base like problem 1 and 2, it is known that we're talking about base 10. Problem number 1 can be rewritten as log base 10 of 5. However, it is, again, unnecessary to write the base of 10. This button on your calculator, the log button, can be used to find the value of a log expression with a base 10. So in your calculator, you would click on the log button and then 5, click enter, in which you'll get our answer 0.6990. Similarly, for problem 2, log of 0.3 is log base 10 of 0.3. Putting it in exponential form, they're asking 10 to the what power is equivalent to 0.3. We could easily just use our calculator and find that that is negative 0.5229. Since base 10 logs are very convenient to use, what we're going to do is solve equations with common logs or base 10 logs. So problems that you see below, the first couple sections ago when we were solving exponential equations, we were making like bases. However, as you could see in these first couple cases, we cannot. We then used log properties in which they gave us some information in the directions in which what some specific log values are, and then we were allowed to use the properties by using those values. In this case, we can't make like bases, nor can we use the properties. So what we're going to do is we're going to use common logs to solve these equations. And we're going to use it very similar to we would an operation. We're going to log base 10 both sides. So we're doing log 4 to the x equals log 19. We're going to keep our log properties in mind, in which we have log to an exponent. We're going to take the exponent using the power property of logarithms and actually multiply the expression times that exponent, which is x. So it's x times log 4 equals log 19. I mentioned before that we're using this kind of like an operation because log base 10 of 4 is a value. Log base 10 of 19 is a value. We need to solve for x. So what we're going to do is divide both sides by log 4. And in your calculator, we're just going to calculate what log 19 divided by log of 4 is. Your calculator, again using the log button, representing log base 10 or a common log, will give us 2.1240. Problem number 3, which is fairly similar, we're going to go ahead and log both sides. We cannot make common bases here, nor do we have any information, but what we can do is log both sides as like an operation, doing it to both sides of the equal sign. Using the power property, we're going to take the exponent and multiply by the log of 4. Now we want to solve for x, in which we have 3 times x times log of 4. So what will we divide by to solve for x? We're going to divide by 3 times log 4. In your calculator, you're going to type in, using the log button, log 12, enter. Divide it by 3 times log of 4, and we'll get our final answer, the decimal 0.5975. Problem number 4, same deal. We can't make like bases. 5, there is no exponent that we could raise 5 to make it 120. So I'm going to log both sides. Log 5, 4x minus 2 equals log 120. I'm going to use the power property, dropping the exponent down to the front to have 4x minus 2 times log 5 equals log of 120. Now there's a couple of extra steps in this problem. I want to solve for x. The first thing I advise us to do is just to divide the log 5 out first, leaving us with 4x minus 2 equals log of 120 divided by log of 5. We still need to add the 2 and divide the 4 to then solve for x. However, in your calculator, I would recommend doing this in all one shot. I would divide log 120 divided by log 5 and click enter. Add 2 onto the answer and then divide the 4 after that to solve for x, which is our decimal 1.2437. What I'm going to ask you guys to do is make sure you use your calculators for the problems I just did to make sure you're getting these values. And then try problem number 2. Pause the video, review with your calculator. Once you get the answer for problem number 2, play the video back to check. Problem number 2 is very problem to number 1, similar to problem number 1, such that you're going to log both sides and divide. We should get our decimal 2.4650. To finish up today's lesson, we're going to talk about change of base. We could basically convert any log expression with any base to a common log or a log of base 10. Looking at our model at the top left here, it's showing us that we could take the log base 10 of the value divided by the log base 10 of the original base, and that will give us our answer. So the question for number 1 is 3 to what power is 20? We can't find like bases, nor can we use any log properties. We can log both sides as we did above, or another option is to just convert or change the base to log base 10 to use the button on our calculator. This would be log base 10 of 20 divided by log base 10 of 3. Remember, you don't actually have to write the base of 10 when we have the base of 10. And we'll get our answer as 2.7268. Similarly, problem number 2, we could convert that to using a common log, log of 8 divided by log of 6, divided on our calculator and get our answer 1.1606. Please let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon.